Hey everyone, hopefully you guys are enjoying Monster Hunter in whichever fashion you're choosing to play it as. And today I wanted to go over the fact that Capcom has gone ahead and revealed their latest collaboration, and this time is with Raid Shadow Legends. I believe that is a PC and mobile game that is free to play. One of those strategy RPGs or full-on RPGs where you are focusing on heroes. You're collecting heroes, they all have different abilities, they become your party members, and then you of course take down waves and waves of enemies. Now usually games like this, I believe this one has been out for quite a while, but usually games like this don't end up getting massive random collaborations out of nowhere. But lo and behold, Raid Shadow Legends and Monster Hunter now have a brand new collaboration, and their latest blog page officially went up, confirming that not only, of course, you get to see the latest trailer that they provided us with, where we get to see some really awesome hunters and some really interesting characters from the Raid Shadow Legends franchise, but of course you get to see the big boy Rathalos himself. Now it doesn't necessarily end there. When you take a closer look at their latest blog page update, they mentioned that the real Rathalos Blade Master Champion will be free whenever you log in for about 7 days or so, I believe is what they're saying is. So basically a bunch of heroes will become available, 5 in total, whenever you decide to log in. This will be in effect active up until March 5th of this year. So you essentially have, from the time of this video going live, roughly about 2 full months to be able to claim all your champions. Now, to be quite 100% honest, I don't necessarily know much about Raid Shadow Legends. I've never actually played it. I've seen a couple of clips of it, so it isn't necessarily a game that I'm too familiar with, and also not necessarily one that I'm probably gonna really realistically try out just because they're having a Monster Hunter collaboration. But it is fascinating to see Capcom trying to continue to bring attention and notice, not necessarily just bringing monsters over, but more specifically the heroes themselves of the Monster Hunter franchise with their adorned armor sets, which usually translate to basically standalone hunters, which is a really cool thing. In their blog page, they mentioned that the world of Raid and Monster Hunter will finally collide. Gather a full hunting party by collecting 5 exclusive monster-themed legendary champions based on Rathalos, Cenogre, Ruiner Nergigante, Elatrion, and Fatalis. Collect them all in Raid Shadow Legends before this collaboration ends on March 5th, 2024. It all starts with, of course, today though. Rathalos Blade Master starting on January 9th, so essentially yesterday as of this video going live, and February 27th will be the last day you'll be able to get your hands on this specific character. They mentioned that a free reward for in-game 7-day Rathalos Chase event. Here's part of the faction Bannerlords and Rarity Legendary. So this hunter essentially is going to be available pretty much right out of the gate, and as long as you do the Chase Rathalos event, you should be able to get your Rathalos Blade Master. Right after that, you're going to be able to get access to the Cenogre Blade Master. This is another attacking type. This one will become available on January 11th all the way through January 23rd, so roughly about 2 full weeks. They mentioned that in order to be able to obtain this one, summon the formidable Cenogre Blade Master via her dedicated champion fragment event running on January 11th through the 23rd. You can also be summoned, they can also be summoned if you collect shards during the, of course, collaboration event. Part of the factions Shadow Scan and Rarity Legendary, as you typically would have expected. Moving over to the only supportive hero here that they mentioned is the Ruiner Nergigante Archer. This one will become available starting on January 22nd all the way through the 27th, so this one is more limited. They mentioned that recruit the keen-eyed Ruiner Nergigante Archer by taking part in the dedicated summoning pool event running from the 22nd to the 27th. You can also be summoned from shards during the, of course, in the collaboration. Faction Barbarians, Rarity Legendary. Then we have the only support character. This is the Elatrion Blade Master. Another one, only appearing from January 22nd through January 26th. And this one, they specifically mentioned that add the imposing Elatrion Blade Master to your collection by finishing this dedicated Heroes Path event running from the 22nd through the 26th. Knight's Revenant faction, and lastly a rarity legendary. And the last character you'll be able to get your hands on here is the Fatalis Blade Master. This one is running from January 19th through the 21st, so even a smaller window than the previous ones. Increases your chance of summoning the power of Fatalis Blade Master from the Void Charge by 10, and taken in parts of the Void Summon event running from the 19th through the 21st. Faction Dark Elves, rarely legendary. So ultimately, Rathalos Blade Master will be around for about almost a full month or so, about 6 full weeks. Sunogre Blade Master will be around for about 2 weeks or so. Nergigante Archer from the 22nd through the 27th, so that's about 5 days. Alatrian Blade Master from the 22nd through the 26th, so that's about 4 days. But even lesser so, Fatalis Blade Master from the 19th through the 21st. And just like I've said in Monster Hunter Now, my criticisms towards that game have been that, in typical fashion, these games just want to have you playing for X amount of days, pretty much all day. That's what these developers want. That's what these publishers want. They want people's attention to be logged in at all times. And I don't find it realistic because, well, they're just mobile games. And not everyone's going to be spending that kind of time on a mobile game to be all that dedicated. But here we go. Raid Shadow Legends, 5 massive heroes making their way into the game, and it should be noted that each hero will have, of course, massive boosters tied along with them. For example, we do know that, like for example, the Rathalos Blade Master, just by logging in, you'll be able to get them. But then, of course, this champion has things like passives for like Rathalos Mastery skills, which makes enemies take in more damage, and HP burn debuff, which instantly causes more damage whenever you're using fire. Increased damage every 5th skill used by 200%. So obviously each one of these characters has unique passives that are very interesting for the gameplay, and of course it keeps them varied themselves. Some of them are attackers, some of them are defenders, some of them are supports, and some of them are HP. So at the end of the day, they're varied enough and they're different enough to be able to be something that you might want to chase after if Monster Hunter is something that you're interested in, and Raid Shadow Legends is something that you might definitely want to check out. I'm going to be leaving a link in the description below for their blog update and all of the details that we have is there. I have a couple of articles here from PC Invasion as well, and a couple of others, link in the description below for all that, talking about the variations from each one of the heroes to the next, how it is that you're going to be able to obtain them, and all of that. A couple of really high quality renders and animations as well, which should really cool. But that's about all the information that I have for you guys today regarding the Monster Hunter and Raid Shadow Legends collaboration, bringing in a couple of new heroes into the fold. If you're brand new to my channel though, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up, and as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.